What's up, Outlaw Nation? We're back once again with the Ultimate Schmodown After Show, the only Schmodown show on the Outlaw Nation network. We are live. I'm one of your hosts today. My name is Bug with my girl Soul. Today, how are you today, Soul?
Hello. Doing good. I had delicious Greek food last night, so I'm still happy from last night.
Nice. Yes. Big Titans pay-per-view to review. We're going to get to that in a second or two. Just a few things up front. Of course, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Super Chat and Streamlabs open. We do have a guest today. It will be Marisol MCKEE. Of course, like I just said, we were talking about the pay-per-view, so it will be spoilers. We're going to be spoiling the whole thing, so sorry about that if you haven't watched it yet, but we need to talk about it because some epic things did happen and did go down. So we do shout out people who comment on the episodes in the chat. After the fact, sorry, to leave comments on, we'll give them a shout out. So let's get that to that first, Sol, and then we'll get to some pay-per-view action. What's the comments from last week?
First off, is Super Labs if like Super Chat and Streamlabs had a baby?
I was thinking of two things. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds good though. It should be a thing, right?
It should be a thing.
Send your Super Labs in. Yeah.
But last week's comments first, we have Alan Smithy, that famous director. Great episode, team. Glad to see the guests are back. Thanks for coming, Barbarian. Yeah, thank you to the Barbarian being here last week. Jeremy Miller and Elvis.
Wasn't there, but
Elvis wasn't there, but he was there in spirit.
Yes.
And speaking of Elvis, great show with the Barbarian and of course Elvis from Jeremy Miller. Then we have Drunken Prayer. Missed it live, but the Barbarian was great as always. And then Taylor Hackner, thumbs up emoji. Thank you, Taylor.
Good man. But yeah, again, just to remind everyone, please like the video immediately. As soon as you come in watching live, like the video. After the fight, like the video. Patreon as well. Obviously, after we talk about the pay-per-view, we are going to do a exhibition match, a Princess Bride exhibition match with two Outlaw Nation patrons. Me and Sol will be hosting that match, so that'll be super fun. We're going to do that later after reviewing the pay-per-view. And all of that's part of the perks of the Patreon. So patreon.com/John Roker, as you can see above. So they do, obviously they have a fan league there amongst all the other benefits. Fan league includes singles division, teams division, IG, exhibition matches. Sol's the current Harry Potter champ. I'm the current Karate Kid champ, just saying, not bragging. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So it's a super fun time and crew to hang with. But anyway, a lot went down yesterday, so FNT, Friday Night Titans, pay-per-view. We had it was a corruption party kind of thing. They were on the undercard and the main event. Overall, first impressions of the show, how did it go down? Overall thoughts and of the whole event, the cutscenes, etc.
Two great matches from four awesome competitors. I think I said this last week about that Chance and Bibbs was an undercard, because typically any other Friday Night Titans, they'd be the main event. So the fact that we have these four titans of the game right now, see what I did? They played awesome.
Yeah, they did. Super fun chat. Shout out to Logan Burton in the chat, my Karate Kid rival, my Johnny Lawrence. That's what I call you, sir. But nice to see you. But yeah, we'll quickly review the undercard, obviously with Chance, the Cobra Ellison, and Bibbs, William the Beast Bibiani, current teams champion, playing for some kind of elimination match. Obviously, we've seen a few people play elimination matches where Mai beat JTE and Owen beat Janine, and so some kind of elimination thing happening there. So to get a future contender, number one contender for the title. But going into that match, first of all, Chance looking sharp. With his suit on, because normally he just wears a tracksuit jacket and a hat and stuff, but suit on, shirt, gold chain out. When a brother's got a gold chain out and a shirt on, it's a wedding, it's a funeral, it's a party, it's serious. So I could tell he's taking this match super serious, and of course the gloves as well, and of course the quirky entrance, I'd say. They tried, some kind of protest, but it was a funny entrance. He's protesting about not doing funny entrances. He definitely done one. And then going into the match, obviously 10 questions. We see it is obviously harder to get a perfect round. None of them did, of course. Both excellent in the first round, but they both didn't go perfect. Landed 8 each. And then going into the second round, Chance went first. Spun off sequels and prequels, landed on Kevin Smith. Initially a good start, getting 3 out of 5. Initially missing his fourth question, sorry. Bibbs missing as well, so lucky in steal. Then got his last question. He got 16 points at that point. Bibbs stuck with historical epics. Same kind of thing. Went 4 for 4, then missed the last question, which Chance stole. So he did have the lead at the end of the second round, 17-16, going into the final round. Bibbs had to go first. Obviously, he was losing. Did hit basically his 2, 3, and 5. Chance comes down to his 5. He did hit his 2 and his 3. Missed. Hard question, obviously, the John Chu question. Which kind of 3 movies is this actor in? But yeah, overall, super entertaining match. Obviously, a rematch as well. They previously paid. I just felt like came down to the 5. Super hard question. Interesting. Both were super interesting 5-pointers. I'm not sure if Bibbs guessed his, or it was an educated guess. Clearly, it was an educated guess, but he seemed like he didn't actually know it by the kind of mini celebration afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, super close. Obviously, top contenders. No doubt they'll play for a belt this season. I think one of the two, if not both, at some point. But yeah, it was both gave a great account of himself. Super, not much in it, and yeah, they'll always be around title contention, these two, and they showed it. Yeah, it was excellent. And yeah, what are your overall thoughts on the match?
Chance is just unlucky in singles, and Bibbs is his white whale.
Right.
And every time he plays, just something happens that it ends up that Chance does not come out the victor. But there was a moment there after round 2 that I was like, oh, Chance might have it, because he was up and he got that steal where Bibbs was not able to get the steal off of him. But it ended up coming down to the 5s, which I feel like this year a lot of the matches are going to come down to the 5s, which makes things more exciting. But it definitely was just one of those matches.
Yeah, and he talks about afterwards in the post match that I think Chance has lost a couple of times now to Bibbs in singles and in teams as well. Obviously, that 51-50 title match, but seems to have another shot against Bibbs. Corruption against Shazam was announced again. Obviously they're the 2 senior or experienced teams in the game right now. There's only a few kind of teams, even from last year, that has continued on. Being King Arthur, a press room, obviously Deception was one. That's been torn apart tragically recently. So yeah, that's another interesting match. Obviously, Shazam Corruption, 2 of the best teams we've ever seen. Shazam slowly climbing up to that defense mark. Hitting that 6 mark and equaling it, and see if they can go further. But thoughts on potential title match between Shazam and Corruption?
I have this feeling that Corruption is going to be like Founding Fathers, where Founding Fathers lost the first 2 times against Corruption and then was able to eke out that win the 3rd time. And I feel like 3rd times might be the charm for them going against Shazam.
Yeah, Leo Logan in the chat there saying Chance is now 0-4 against Bibbs across singles and teams. Yeah, Bibbs is badass. And it always comes down to, super close. No one's been TKO'd as far as I'm aware. So yeah, super close. And yeah, maybe he's got his number. I don't know. But, keep playing. They seem like they're founding fathers to, Corruption kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unlucky for Chance, but yeah, if it comes down to the 5, you can take so many positives out of that, and I think yeah, Bibbs is who is he gonna play next? Will it be Maya? That'll be super interesting. Irwin or someone else. Bateman seems to be having a match very soon, so we'll see whoever comes out of that kind of contendership. We'll see. So I'm gonna obviously start running through the main event, the pay-per-view headliner, which is Marisol, the champ, going in, trying to defend for the 3rd time, a record 3rd time, may I add, against the Inglorious One, Sam Levine. So obviously, I think he was trying to gain a record as well of how many wins in a row. So a lot on the line. Everyone very respectful, but really, big ask for both. In terms of Sam returning, Marisol defending against an elite player, an all-timer. So, and it starts off fire. It starts off with a perfect round for each. going 10 for 10 and obviously getting the bonus as well. But yeah, thoughts on the match going in. Obviously, Marisol had the issues with deception as well. So yeah, thoughts on that, and please, I believe you'd like to review the rest of the match.
Yeah, both of them going into this match, just the way that they've been playing, it completely lights out. I was like, this is going to be one of the best matches that we see before even watching it. And it kind of became one, and we'll get into it further. But them going perfect was not a surprise to me, where I've stated last week that, and been reiterating that how hard it is to get a perfect round with doing 10 questions now. And the fact that Sam did it last week, did it again this week, Marisol did it again, did it now with the new format. It's kind of just like, yeah, these are where these two players are at. And I feel like they're going to be going against each other a lot this year.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, there's sometimes, the more Sam plays, the more I see him, I just think, man, he's like kind of too good in a way. Like, yeah, obviously really come on as a manager, proving his worth more and more. And yeah, but please, if you want to cover the second round, Marisol is coming. She'll be in a couple of minutes, guys. Don't worry, she'll be here to review the match and take all you guys' questions. Remember, any Streamline super chats, send them in for Marisol, and we'll get through them as well. But yeah, so go ahead.
And just a shout out to Sean. It's not easy being perfect. I'll tell anyone who asks. Love you, Sean.
Take your word for it. Take your word for
it. Going into round 2 again, it's gonna be a repeat. They both go perfect. Sam spinning comedies, going perfect. Marisol spinning away from Bill Murray, landing on Jodie Foster, but it seemed like it was a good idea for her because she goes perfect. And at the end of round 2, it's 21-21. And Sam did have a kind of a tricky question there with the What We Do in the Shadows, because it was a 50-50 if it was Jermaine Clemens or Taika Waititi, because both of them directed the movie, both of them star in the movie. So you have to really know what's the name of these vampires in the movie. So that was a little tricky, and I was proud of him because I really love that movie.
Yeah, the series 2, so good.
Yeah. So your thoughts on round 2?
Yeah. Expect nothing less from Marisol at this point. Almost. I said it. I think I said it last week. Almost has shown almost no weakness in the second round, and in particular. So, Sam, going through his round as well, both going perfect, like the first round. So we know, like at this point, I know we're going to the 5-pointer. Like no matter what, the too good of the talent is too good to kind of struggle in these measly first and second rounds. Like it's going to the last point, last question potentially. So yeah, super exciting. But speaking of Marisol McKee, I wonder how she's doing. So let's find out. Can Lady Justice please come on down and join us for the show today? Hey.
Hello.
Hey guys. Hey.
Nice to see you. Nice for you to join us. How are you doing? More importantly, how's everything going? Matches aired, everything's dropped. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little the first thing I think I'm feeling is just a little bit of relief now that the match is out there. And now that I'm on the other side of it. It's been a whirlwind. I would like to say I'm one of those people who I'm just like, I'm good, I'm great, I've processed everything. But with each day that passes, I think not to start it on a downer, but I think it still kind of weighs on me that I lost the belt. And it makes me sad. But it also keeps me moving forward. I meant everything that I said in that post match. And it makes me want to get right back on that horse.
I know you'll be getting that belt back. No doubt in my mind. Also, love the earrings.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so although you lost the belt, Marisol, which spoilers for anyone, but you you're a lot of people's. You're still a champ to some people, you know, with or without the belt. So, you know, take that as a positive. I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure. You know, you've got a number one contender match as well, which we'll come to later. But yeah, it was obviously, you know, you sound down, but you know, you got a lot of support and stuff. So, and yeah, you played great as they covered extensively. But yeah, let's have some fun today. How about that? Before you know, try and cheer you up. But yeah,
no, yeah, I didn't mean to start it as a downer. I'm sorry.
However you want. You start however you want. You know, you're our special guest on the Outlaw Nation today, so you know, you do what you like. You did cover your first and second round. Anything you would like to add about that? Obviously, you did go perfect. You know, in Jodie Foster as well in the second round. But overall thoughts?
Yeah, a lot. I made a conscious decision. I'm really excited about the wild card this season. I am excited about it, but I did make a conscious decision for this match to not put the wild card, to not put those slices on the wheel. You might have noticed a trend in my championship matches. I don't do spinners, opponents, that kind of stuff. I'm really down for it in a regular match, regular setting, anything else. But I think when we get to this point, I'm a competitor who's really not leaving. I'm really not interested in leaving things up to chance or have a certain scenario happen where I want it to be as straightforward. The trivia, the back and forth to be as straightforward and clean as possible without any curveballs. That might sound, I know that sounds kind of boring sometimes for the spectator. I'm down for it in every other match, in regular season matches, tournament matches, contender matches, bring it on. Well, once you get all to that point where you're playing for the belt and a belt is on the line, I like to cut through the foolishness at that point. But I'm down for that foolishness in my other matches. So, yeah, I did that. I took that off the wheel, and this wheel in particular, especially, I was really excited when I saw this wheel because it was a great wheel. And I respun on a couple things, both in I think my second round, and then I think you haven't talked about the betting round yet, have you? Not yet.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. But particularly in my second round, I spun again. Not because I didn't feel comfortable with the categories that were there, the categories that I was just hitting. But when you have a wheel where you kind of eliminate the wild card aspect, it makes me feel comfortable taking my chance with those second spins. You know, I'm like, well, let me just go for something that I really, really, really want. Because once I see everything out in front of me, that for me as a player, I know what I'm dealing with no matter what. So that's refreshing. That's freeing, especially when you're in a high pressure situation enough as a championship match. Yeah. Round one was crazy. I'm very, very proud of the round one. I'm not surprised by Sam. He was tremendous. Whether he got asked a question about a movie he was in or not, I have every bit of confidence he would have gone perfect anyway. And we would have been in the same boat. But yeah, the questions I enjoy. There's sometimes I think, especially in a championship match, at least for me, there's some when you get to this level and everybody's that good, it really is hard to break ahead when your opponent is that good. And there are a few times in round one where I think this is a feeling that a lot of competitors can relate to when they hear something that they know right away. They're like, all right, great, stop the question right there. The question keeps going, or more context clues fall into place, and you just want to scream because you think that you would get it. You would hope that you get asked a question that you hope that you may have an advantage of the other opponent. And when it doesn't happen, it makes you kind of want to go nuts. But that's what it is. You hope for every kind of advantage, like when you're at this level. And if that doesn't happen, you gotta keep barreling forward. That's what we did.
For sure. We did also get a super chat from a Mr. Daniel Haygood. Low-key happy we don't have to wait for only title matches to see Marisol compete. Can't wait to watch you run it back this year. So again, lots of love and support for you.
That's a plan. Thank you, Daniel. That's a plan.
Yeah, just to remind everyone, Streamlabs and Super Chats will be open all show for the Champ Marisol. We do have a number of Patreon questions as well to ask you, so we'll get to that. Like I said, we're going to have fun today. We're going to review a match and definitely put you in a good mood for the rest of your Saturday. I will push you a little bit on something as well in that first round, that there is some controversy on that Sam question that from the movie that he's in, I Love You, Beth Cooper. Just wanted a little bit of thought on that, because pretty much he can't miss that, right? He's gonna get that 100. It's like a guaranteed point for him. So I just wanted to know, no shots at anyone or question routers or anything, but yeah, just overall thoughts on that. Because when they asked it, did you know he's in that?
No. Okay. I didn't know until he said it. I've seen that movie. I saw that movie when I was a teenager. Didn't like it, which I couldn't help. I was like, I'm not a fan of Beth Cooper. I don't like her. But I did not remember that Sam was in it. I remembered a bunch of things about that movie, but not that he was in it. So I appreciate him even more for calling that out, for him saying that. I think that speaks a lot to Sam and his integrity. And I don't think that was intentional at all. I know the question writers have thousands of questions that they're working on all the time. And you can't vet everything to perfection. So, it happens. And we all have certain advantages from what we do, where we come from gives us certain advantages in the game. Sam's an actor. I can't fault him for that. Like the guy's in movies. I mean, that's not his fault. It's not any more than it's, Bibiani's fault, where if you say something like, well, of course he's seen that, he's a critic. Like, it ain't his fault he's a critic. It's still, we all have to answer the same questions and handle what's thrown at us. I could be like, whatever, I don't know. I could be like a mortician, so I know more about movies that take place in funeral homes. Who knows? I don't know. That was a really bad example. But you're getting my point. In the moment on surface, even like a little bit right after the match, because when I started thinking over you instantly start thinking, especially when you lose, every single thing that could have gone differently, everything you could have done differently. And that was one of the things initially right after the match. I was like, well, that was convenient. And then on the surface, and then after that, I was like, well, that's the luck of the draw, and it happens. It's, what are the odds that it would have happened there? But I also still stand by what I just said, that I believe that he would have gotten, throw another question at him. Sam came back hitting the ground running this season, so locked in. I think he would have gone 10 for 10 anyway. So, I don't lose sleep over it.
And something that I do want to shout out in the chat, Jeremy Miller saying Kevin Smith is his own category, so he could spin himself. Yeah. So, and I joked with our producer Mike earlier today. I was like, Sam Levine should have his own slice. He's in movies. That'd be fun.
He could. He's in more movies than Oprah, I'll tell you that. He could have gotten his own, and she got a slice last year. So Sam Levine can definitely get his own slice. But yeah, Jeremy makes a better point than I did with the mortician. Yes, Kevin Smith's a director. It's not his fault. We're asking about movies, and more power to players who can that works out to their advantage in some situations.
For sure. Talking about round 3, so let's get to round 3.
Going into round 3, so Marisol, you spin away from Harrison Ford and get Harrison Ford, so it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. I'm okay with that.
Both getting it correct. Like I said earlier, we're going to just be talking about how perfect both of you were in this match. Both betting 3 points, 24-24. So I wanted to ask you first, how did you feel about this new rule of being able to spin again in round 3? Did you like it?
I loved it. I think that I even react. I think I can't even help my reaction to it. I think I'm excited to it. I heard it right when I was spinning. Christian said it, and that was the first time I heard it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm here for it 100%. I think that should be awarded to, yeah, we have courtesies and things awarded to people in the lead, people with higher rankings all the time in the game. Those kind of kind of coin flip kind of decisions all the time, and I'm on board for this one. I think it's deserved. Again, like I was talking about with knowing everything on the wheel, Harrison Ford's great. I love Harrison Ford, but specifically when I wanted to spin away from it, I was just thinking more when you see the whole wheel, I just was anticipating that there was something that Sam would be. I knew Sam would be very, very, very comfortable in Harrison Ford. So I was just like, let me just see if I could spin something he would be a little less comfortable with. I felt comfortable with it for myself. I just wanted to go for that second spin, which is why that rule comes in very helpful at a point like that. Not because I didn't want Harrison Ford, but because I felt there was something on the wheel that if there's any chance I could maybe get him, I knew he was going to bet 3 if it was Harrison Ford. And I was like, if there's anything on this wheel that he might bet 2, I want to go for that. And that's where my head was at with that.
And Boggs, your thoughts on this round 3?
No, exactly like Marisol said. It being the favorite or the high ranked or being a champ, it gives you the advantage of spinning again and giving you a potential for your opponent to land on something that they're weaker on. Definitely an attribute that you can use. A good addition. Obviously, it didn't work out this time, but a good tool to have, definitely.
And going into round 4, and this is basically the round that determines the match, because where like the old when you're doing it during the digital age, you can go in with the same number, like be tied and leave tied after the speed round. But this way, you can't do it because there's 5 questions and it depends on who's going to get the more questions of the other. So kind of going in there, you do get your 1 question right. He gets 4. One of them, like an absolute guess between Evan Almighty and Bruce Almighty, but he was able to get it. You saw just his reaction there. Thoughts on round 4 in general, because this is the round that unfortunately kind of determined the match.
Oh, yeah. I need to take a swig before I answer. Yeah, this was the nail in the coffin, speed round. I still don't know quite where I land with having there be an odd number in the speed round or even. And I'm not just saying that because I lost definitively in that speed round. And the closest I was to catching up with Sam was the Jennifer Connelly question. And the second I heard Dark City, I should have buzzed the second I heard Dark City. And I played conservatively. I was like, let me hear one more movie. I was like, I didn't want to jump the gun. I was like, let me hear one more, because I wasn't positive she was in the first one, but I knew absolutely she was in Dark City. I was like, this could be Connelly. Let me just hear a third movie. It was too late by that point. You can't wait for a third movie to be named when you play against Sam, because he's going to buzz in. That was my only regret. My immediate regret in the speed round. That would have chipped away at some of the momentum there, and it would have been 3-2. I still would have lost the match though. So that's honestly the only question I think I really could have gotten ahead of him at that point that I missed, and it still wouldn't have mattered, and I still would have lost the match, albeit by 1 point. But it made me. I still don't honestly know where I land thinking about it. I think I'm still in both camps, where it's good to have it be an odd number of questions, so you have a definitive winner. You can clearly have a winner. But I also think it would make sense for it to be even if it's that close and it goes to sudden death. At least then each person still has a chance. Like, it's still definitively somebody would then have to answer a question that the other person didn't answer. It would still be all right, you both are given the chance now. I still don't know where I stand, but because then you might go on to like 20 rounds of sudden death. And I think that at a championship level, at the same time, I think that at that point, if you show up and you play the way that Sam Levine played, I can't cry about it. You deserve to win that belt. You absolutely deserve to win that belt. So it should stay odd. There should be a definitive winner. If it's that razor thin, where competitors are like this championship match was, and competitors are going at it, it's the game is that competitive. It should be an odd number. Somebody should come out on top at the end of that, and it shouldn't come down to like penalty kicks, like that kind of thing. That's what I kind of equate sudden death to. It shouldn't come down to that. It should be, no, somebody is firing on all cylinders and they deserve to win this match. And that is outweighing me more thinking about that speed round. I can't cry about it. I got beat. And he deserved every inch of that victory, because that's what a champion is. A champion plays the way he played in that speed round. So I can't go back and complain about the rules. Just try to push myself better, to be a champion on the level that he is in that sense.
Yeah. And going into this round 5, so Sam is up, and you both get all 3 questions right. So it ends up Sam winning. And I know at the end, in Sam's interview, he was saying, I hope to be just like the belt holder before me and go perfect with this belt. And so the fact that Sam said something like that in his interview, giving you that big praise, I know Rachel Cushing probably said something really nice to you, and I want to know what it is, but that's between you and Rachel if you want to share or not. But the fact that you have all this respect, both from the players and from the fans watching, like, where is that at? Does it help a little?
Oh, it makes all the difference in the world. It can't be. I can't state it enough. I love what I do. I love caring about what I do, but it still floors me and is overwhelming to see other people care about what I do. Like it impact other people. I'm never gonna get used to that. I just think it's really, really sick that other people get to see it. I think that's, I'll never get used to it. I'll never get used to that. And it'll never stop being exciting. But it's just a circle. I've always felt this, and I always will feel this. It's not a linear, like, it's not like, oh, you inspire this person, so they inspire that person. It's so circular, all of this. I got into this game watching Sam and Drew McWeeny on Above the Line was my favorite team, and the Shire Wolves came along, and they were my other favorite team, and Rachel rose up, and I couldn't believe how, and she became my favorite player. It's this cycle, this people who, when you're around people and they're like, oh, well, people that inspired you, you then hear talking about how you're now motivating them, or they're honored to be playing you. It's really surreal. But it's contagious when you get in an environment like that. Around, I'm losing my words. Around competitors of that level, and when you're surrounded by fans who are putting all their passion and their all into supporting this game, into playing along, into covering it, into keeping it fresh and alive, and discussing that inspires me at the same time to care even more about what I'm doing. So there's not one way that somebody inspires somebody else, and I got caught kind of in the epicenter of that, right there at the end of the match, and it was really overwhelming. There were some tears off camera. There were a couple on, but there were even more off camera at that moment, and it was a moment beyond winning or losing at that point. In that moment, I didn't care that I lost. I was just really, 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 really proud to be playing opposite somebody who has inspired me. getting to congratulate them, hand the belt over to them, and then have words and hug one of the most inspirational women I've ever met. So it's a good place to be.
We'd all be lucky to be able to give Rachel Cushing a hug.
She's a bomb.
Bugs, I see that we have a super chat, and then also your thoughts on the match and any more questions for Marisol.
Yes, we do have a super chat from Mr. Ben Rayner. He says, do you have a favorite Sam Levine movie? Loved your match, top tier match for me. I know you'll get the belt back. Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Ben.
Marisol, favorite movie?
I want to go with the obvious one. I look, Sam Levine.
Don't say I love you, but it's not.
No. He won't even say that one.
That's banned from your house.
The first movie I ever saw him in was probably the one that a lot of people did, was Not Another Teen Movie, which I love. He's just taking the piss out of a ridiculously stereotypical character. There's some good things in that movie. There's some really, really sharp comedy in that movie. Overall, the movie's, some people can take it or leave it, but I think there's some really just wickedly funny parody in Not Another Teen Movie. Sam's no exception to that. It's a landslide. My favorite Sam Levine movie is Inglourious Bastards. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm just a Tarantino junkie, and that movie is phenomenal. And I just never, my friends and I, we would always, just one of our just favorite things to quote, kind of when somebody else messed something up. There was an inside joke with our friends where, whenever somebody would just mess something up, one of us would be like, "Damn it, Hirschberg!" Like we would which is Sam Levine's character in the movie, which is what Brad Pitt yells at Sam Levine when he accidentally shoots a guy running away. Sam's great in that movie. This is a long answer, but one of my favorite things Sam Levine's ever been in is not a movie. It is Freaks and Geeks, which was the first thing I ever saw him in. And Freaks and Geeks, if nobody's caught up on it, it's short and sweet. It's one season long, but before Judd Apatow did all the movies and stuff, he made an excellent show called Freaks and Geeks, and Sam is great on that show. It's a who's who of everybody who would become famous in the next decade in comedies, and it's a terrific show. And I always love Sam Levine on that show.
Should have been more than one season.
I don't know what it is with Fox. I'm pretty sure it was on Fox, and I don't know. Fox goes and cancels Arrested Development, Freaks and Geeks. They don't know. They never know what they've got. They never know how to hold on to good shows. But yeah, Freaks and Geeks is legendary, and Sam is terrific on it. So yeah.
Great answers. Yeah. Thanks, Ben, for that super chat. Great question. So I'll say just on the match. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. On that fourth round, I think I saw you like become immediate. I think you looked to you like off screen at someone. It must be Shannon, I'm guessing. I just saw your face be like, oh, like you just looked like as if it got to you there and then. I was like, oh damn, and as if you knew the outcome. But I just off what you said there, being in the crowd at Orlando, which Soul was there as well, by the way, being in the crowd at Orlando, as a fan or whatever, and now you're on people's walls, in like on posters, right? So that's the kind of I don't know, the kind of scale that you've come through, and being you've obviously lost the title there, but it's what every champ does in any kind of combat sport or whatever. It's not it's almost never happens that someone goes unbeaten throughout a title reign. They come back from defeat. How they come back, who they beat, who they can't beat, who they've knocked out, who they haven't knocked out, because what happened in that fourth one, you've done that to several people, in your title defenses and stuff. So, it comes in circles, like you said. So you've got a number one contender match as well. So yeah, and people can't, as we see in the chat, people can't wait to see you back again. So there's nothing to be, obviously it is you that lost, but nothing to be sad about. It is part of the journey, it's part of the game. Everyone loses. It's about how you come back. How many times are you going to be a champ? How many belts are you going to win? That kind of thing. So you're going to have an interesting journey that I can't wait to see. But question, I've got two questions. So number one, what's your favorite Tarantino movie? Two is, what the hell happened to Deception? So people, obviously corruption got the shot there against Shazam. Some people would have liked to see Deception against Shazam, so you've left poor Adam there out, forced him over to Swag. Obviously, you guys were sad to see him go, but some people would have loved to see you guys against Shazam. Maybe could have picked you guys against Shazam. So I'm sure you could have, favored yourself in that match as well. So that would have been a great tie. So yeah, them two questions: favorite Tarantino movie and your thoughts on what happened with Deception.
My Tarantino movie, even every year that I see a new one, it never changes. It's Pulp Fiction. No matter what new movie came out, I love Inglourious Bastards, and Kill Bill Volume 1 is my number 2. And then it's so close. Then Inglourious and Reservoir Dogs are then like right there. It's like choosing between your favorite children with Tarantino for me. And then there's a drop off in his second half, but my favorites are up there. But the one that never changes, the number one never changes, and that's Pulp Fiction, through and through. I love that movie. Hot damn, I love that movie.
I've just got a thing for Django. Just putting it out there. I've been at, honestly, I'm not even joking. I've been at house parties. I've walked into like where loads of guys there. There's parties going on, and they're watching Django and like talking about. These are guys. These are like like let's say standard guys. Drinking, whatever, doing all the kinds of stuff, and they're talking about the dialogue. They're talking about the cinematography. They're talking about these guys. I can't get these guys to watch Star Wars or anything, or like any kind of any aspect of any kind of mainstream movie, and they're fascinated by DiCaprio's acting and like the direction and the shots that they use and the landscapes. I'm like, what? Like, it's just I've definitely got a thing for Django. But anyway, sorry, I hijacked your question. Deception, and we need an answer. The people need an answer. How do you feel about Deception?
Oh, you could tell I'm bummed. I have my rain cloud over my head when Shannon comes and talks to me. I'm pretty out. It was a blow. Ever since we first came in, Adam Collins and I have been like this. That's been from our very first teams match. Like it was like destiny. We were on a path. And we felt it. We had that energy between the two of us, and we were really primed to really trying to really make something special with our partnership. And it didn't. It looks like so many close shaves, close games. It didn't really happen, and that's one thing. But we thought at least we were hopeful to go through this year, at least maybe get another shot. I know if you have a losing record, it's just like, trash them, junk them. But I think we had clearly proven, not to toot my own horn, but I think we had clearly proven that we're not a trash team. We're a team who made some missteps, some critical missteps in our games and lost some matches, but that we were a team. I would like to think that we had proven that we were a team that was worth giving another shot and developing and working with and keeping together to give another shot. But those chances went out. The situation was out of my control. It really, really was. It was out of my control. We didn't communicate enough on corruption. We were going kind of in a lot of different directions as the season 9 was starting. And we learned the hard way that we didn't check in with each other as much as we should have. And lo and behold, when things start getting unsure, that's when I think people start when there's uncertainty there, we start looking in other places we didn't realize before, and that's how we lost Adam. And it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but I know that he's with Winston on Swag now, and I hope that whatever happens from there, I'm going to wish the Coyote the best no matter what happens.
Absolutely.
You know, he's still my OG.
Sorry, you broke up there. Did you say it was Shannon's fault? Sorry, I didn't. No, I just but so we have a number of Discord questions from our pages. So let's get to them.
So first we have from Drunken Prayer. He wants to know, if you had to pick another woman in the league to take on the Shire Wolves with, who would you pick?
Oh. Oh God. What a question. Who to choose? Jesus, I have an embarrassment of riches. I could take so many. Like there's so many excellent competitors. A couple that I've faced that I know would be a bomb ass team partner. That we would wreck shop. I love Jen Kemp. I would love to face off with Jen Kemp by my side. Paige for Brennen. Paige is another player, ferocious player that gets better every match she plays. I would love to have her by my side. It's really a no-brainer. I mean, it's a toss-up between any of these players. I know that Janine and I would be a dangerous team. Absolutely. She has such a unique knowledge base, and she gets better as we see. She gets better. Mm-hmm. She's gotten better in her game with every year she's played. I would love to play with Janine and Video Drew. I was so happy to see Claudia and Video Drew together. But I would kill to be on a team with Video Drew. Talk about a woman whose character work is up here and her knowledge level is right behind it. She's tremendous. Any one of those four, I'll be pleased as punch to play with any of those women.
And then we have Alan Smithy in the chat going, Janine and Marisol could be called Justice Machine.
I'm here for it.
Then we have from Jason Earhart. He wants to know, who would your dream opponent be? Any match, any format.
Oh, God. That's a loaded question. I guess, I mean, I'm hoping, knock on wood, if the stars align, how could I miss the GOAT? I would love to play Dan Murrell. I love playing the best that have played the game. I love being in a situation where I could push myself as far as I possibly can. And Dan would be the pinnacle of that. I love that. Not so I could say like, oh, I beat Dan Murrell, but just so I could just say I played Dan Murrell and I put it all out there. When you're so into competition like I am, that's the kind of thing that gets you excited, not like necessarily beating somebody, but like you get really excited just the thought of playing somebody like that. And Dan is absolutely that player for me. Absolutely. This is going to sound dorky. I played a lot of Wii, and so I've always just kind of had the other was like, where would you play this person? Was that the other part of the question? I can't remember. Was it like
it was saying like whichever what division, like singles.
Oh, in division. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that would be in singles. Definitely in singles. It would be fun. It would never happen now, but I would have always loved to have faced off against the Corruption Boys. Deception versus Corruption. Civil War would have been always fun. We've scrimmaged like in sessions plenty of times, but it's never. It would have been quite the throwdown if we ever all got a chance to actually have a teams match. That'll happen in another life, maybe. I've always wanted that. I think.
No, I'm just thinking you versus Dan in like Star Wars. That would be interesting to watch.
That would be something. I always, one of my early IG favorites was Jason Inman. And I knew it would need a lot more work to even be at a level, certainly a level of anybody playing IG now. But when the division was a lot smaller, I would get excited about thinking about like, I'd be like, oh, I could do this. And I would love to play Jason Inman. I would love to play one of the OG IG champs. And if I crossed over into IG, I would not want to play Mike or Robert Parker or Mara Kanopik or Chandra. I don't want to play any of them because they will wipe the floor with my ass. But I would like to travel back in time and play Inman in IG. That's right there for me.
I kind of want to see that. Let's get a time machine. Let's do it. And for the last question we have from Ambling Soul, she wants to know, how can I grow up to be a badass movie trivia champion like you?
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Start your own, be your own badass. Just start. Like I am, you are in the making and you don't even know it. Just putting yourself out there. It's so difficult. It never gets easier, but the putting yourself out there never, I think, not easier. It never becomes less scary, but it does become easier. That's what I'm trying to say. I held off on thinking. I thought for the longest time there was no way I could ever be a part of the Shimoda. It was a world beyond me. I was always just gonna watch it, be a fan. There's no way in the world that I could exist in that world. I'm a nobody. I know things about movies, but I'm sure I don't know enough to like be good at this. And I think that's a common way for a lot of, I won't speak for other people, but I felt myself telling myself that in a lot of ways before, just getting in my own way about it and just thinking for no reason at all that I couldn't do it. And that changes every day with just the people that you see and the people you interact with. And I would be lying if I didn't say that just seeing, when Clark Wolf was on a tear, and then especially, I always loved Clark Wolf, and especially when Rachel Cushing came in, something clicked, something went off, and I felt really, really seen when I was seeing her there. I felt such this kinship. I felt like a parallel. I felt, she was very new to it, and you could tell she was putting herself out there through this, and it wasn't comfortable for her, but piece by piece, match by match, step by step, it was becoming, it never stopped being intimidating, but it was becoming more comfortable for her, easier for her to do it. And that worked wonders for me. And in terms of just making the decision for myself, like, no, you can do this. And it starts just telling yourself that you can. Nobody else can't listen to anybody else ever telling you different, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they're not you. And the only person who could stop you is you, in everything that you want to do. And especially here, if you love movies, that is the right place to start. If you care about it, that is, and everything will flow from there. And like I said, be your own badass. And it's, once you just keep believing in yourself and keep taking that step, it may not get that initially, won't stop being scary, but it will, with every step you take, it'll start getting easier. And then before you know it, shit like this happens. Sorry.
The Shmoda needs to make that a shirt with you and just saying, be your own badass. Christian Harloff, if you're listening, that needs to be a thing. But Bugs, I think we got a Streamlabs.
Yeah, we got a few. So I'll do the first. You can do the second if you want to. First one is from Canada Rocks. He says, it's heartbreaking losing after going perfect. It came down to Sam taking a chance and getting lucky. It looks like you are heading to a match against Bibbs, and I can't wait. Can't wait till you're champ again. So just a nice message there for you.
Thank you. And I stand by what I probably already said. Sam you know, Sam took a lot of big risks in that game, and you know, you can't get a big reward unless you take a big risk, and that in order to, when everything is perfect, in order to, you know, get a belt, you need to do that. You need to take that to the next level. And I stand by everything I said, that he took the big risk and they paid off, and that's the way it should be for somebody who's holding the belt now. That's what makes a champion a champion.
We got Bibs in the chat.
The B says, yeah, I was going to read it out, but yeah, Bibs is a class act. So we'll see if you get
and a
Bibs,
tremendous. Hey, look, talk about somebody I would be terrified to play. Holy crap, Viviani in this match. You know, what a hell of a PPV. And can't even. I know that we didn't miss anything in our match, but Bibs and Chance was an equally tremendous and terrifying match to witness. Like, I mean, terrifying isn't like awesome, like powerfully awesome. Bibs is tremendous. Chance is tremendous. It was a hell of a match, and
like I said earlier, I was surprised that it was an undercard.
An exhibition.
Yeah, because you know, Bibs kind of seems to have corruption's number a little bit, maybe. So we'll see if, you know, you have anything to do about
wild.
that. So,
yeah. We will see. I would be only so lucky if I can face Viviani proper in the ring, via singles or teams, either one. Singles is particularly exciting because that's, you know, that's mono. I don't know. Mono, hand in hand. I don't know. But one-on-one is particularly exciting. It would be an honor to play with Viviani in the ring. So let's see where the season goes. But yeah.
Definitely, I think a match all of us would like to see. And then we have Alan Smithy. He goes, "Hey, Solon Boggs. Great to see you as well, Marisol. Just wanted to say you're still a Titan, whether you win or lose, and I think you're one of the best characters in the league. What's a movie you've watched to feel zen or relaxed when you aren't studying?"
I guess to feel zen, it doesn't necessarily need to be a relaxing movie, but the movie should be, I guess, for me, it's just a movie that's like comfort food. For me, that's A League of Their Own. And
love that movie.
I constantly rewatch that movie. It is one of my all-time favorites. And it's not necessarily a Zen movie, but there's so much warmth and compassion and human decency in that film, that that in and of itself is very comforting and inspiring, and it's my happy place. And I go to that movie a lot, especially when I'm not in study mode. That's a comfort food. It's a childhood favorite, and it's a comfort food film that means so much to me as a film lover, as a woman, as a little girl who grew up just loving sports, as a little sister who, you know, always felt kind of in the shadow of her older sister. It's just always a movie it really spoke to me and puts me in a very, very calm and happy place.
Yeah, I love that movie. Definitely as like a female and as a baseball fan. I'm a huge baseball fan, and just seeing like women playing baseball and the push even now for like girls playing baseball and not softball. Like I'm totally behind that. More baseball.
Yeah. I'm here for that. I went to baseball camps as a kid, you know, and then when I got into middle school, they're like, you need to play softball, and I was like, but I was playing baseball when I was a little girl. Okay, sure. Yeah, love it.
But yeah, so we are gonna let you go here, Marisol. We did have a few more Patreon questions, but you know, we're a bit conscious of your time on a Saturday, so thank you very much for coming on and spending time with us. And yeah, commiserations on what happened, of course, with the title, but like everyone's saying, you know, we're sure you'll get it back. But yeah, is there anything you'd like to plug? Anything you want to say? Anything you'd like to discuss?
Yeah. I also don't. I mean, I don't want to. If somebody did have a question for me, and you know, I don't want to diss a patron. I have a few minutes. I can answer anything. I don't want to leave anybody hanging.
We'll do a quick fire one if you want. So
I have to go back and get them.
I'm sorry. I don't want to throw.
Anything else you want to plug as well? Whilst we
appreciate. Yeah, I just appreciate anybody reaching out.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have from Ben, and he wants to know, and he's reiterating what he sent in the super chat. So thank you so much, Ben. So saying it was a great match last night, top 3 match for him personally. He wants to know, what was it like being in the studio?
Oh yeah, studio is where I want to be. That's what I wanted to do when I first ever wanted to be a Schmoedown competitor. This studio was always the point of doing this, and I'm just so happy that I'm finally there. The set is so gorgeous, and I just can't wait to be in it again, play another match. It's where I'm supposed to be.
Is that your favorite out of the kind of cantina, the live, and studio and digital as well?
I don't know. The cantina was electric. I also am probably just really biased because I was so high off of winning the belt. I'm just like, this is the greatest thing that could ever possibly happen. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I don't know. All were special. The intimacy of the cantina was so awesome. It was so dope. But also being in front of the stage, in front of all those people is unreal. I don't know what my favorite place is. Okay. I love them all.
And then the opposite to Bibbs in the chat saying, someone ask her what her weaknesses are. We have
Justin. I have none.
Exactly. Justin Toner's going, are there any wheel slices that you haven't gotten yet on the wheel that you're hoping to get in the future? And you don't have to disclose anything if you don't want to.
I'll save that. One of the things I like is that I rarely put the same thing on the wheel twice, because I love a lot of crap. And I mean, people have started, as people see me more, people have pinned down things. Like, people know I love Harry Potter at this point, you know, surprise. But I don't always feel the need to put Harry Potter on the wheel because I love so many other things. I'm obviously the Meryl Streep. But I love so many different things. It's hard to choose. The one, I will say this one because it's never going to be a slice, but I would kill for a Marlon Brando slice. He is my favorite actor of all time, and I've watched almost all of his movies. But I would murder for a Marlon Brando slice, and I would play that. I don't care. I would play that every single match if that ever happened in real life. But it's not going to happen. So there you go.
Vince is trolling in the chat, yeah. Making notes the whole
He was like, Marlon Brando.
Any more so?
And that's it.
Okay, Marisol, thanks so much. Again, anything else you'd like to plug, say, leave us with?
No, I just, I'm just really like watching movies and playing in the Schmoedown and talking to cool people. That's about it. You can find me on my Twitter, occasionally, Marisol_Mariah. And I have to get caught up on it, but I am pretty active on Letterboxd when I get onto it. I love seeing movies, everybody watching movies in the community, and I love talking about the movies I'm watching on Letterboxd. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And we're not cool, we're just after people, but I'll take that. But yeah, thanks so much for coming on, spending your Saturday, and please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take it easy, and we'll see you when we next see you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Yeah.
Former singles champ, everybody, Marisol MCKEE. I'm sure we'll see her again in not too distant future. Thank you everyone for the stream. That super chat, really sweet. But now, and thank you, Bibbs, as well for trolling Marisol. But now we have a very special exhibition match, which you and I will be hosting. Just remind the people, what is this match, please?
So if you join the Patreon, which I have right above me here, patreon.com/Joe Naroka, we have the Outlaw Nation League, and we have a lot of fun over there. And we do exhibition match single movie matches. And right now we have the Princess Bride versus Rajko the Canadian and Brennen Mar, which I think he's Mystic Mar in the FCL. So I don't know what name he wants to go by now that this is live on YouTube and not behind the paywall. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's about to start.
Yeah, let's get it on. 50 questions, by the way, 50 questions to the finish. So yeah, let's get them on. Let's do a quick interviews one at a time. So first we'll get the current singles and teams champion of the whole Outlaw Nation. He is Canada Rocks himself. Rajko, come on down, sir. Hey.
And he is muted.
You are on mute, my friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Old man technical problems already.
No
All
problem.
right. This is going to go well. This is going to go well.
How you doing? What are you wearing?
Okay. This is the closest thing I have to a pirate shirt. So it kind of can pass. I'm a Canadian pirate, so it's a little more fun, right? I don't know.
Sure.
All right, just go with it. Just go with it.
What's the difference between a Canadian pirate and a pirate?
After I stab you, I say sorry.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
In French.
Yeah. So God no, the French. You don't. Okay, you do not understand Canadian politics if you say that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But I guess legally I would have to say it both in English and French.
Understood. And just thoughts on this movie in particular, Princess Bride. Why this movie? And yeah, what's your affiliation to it?
It's just the sweetest damn movie ever. Like I can't, like, maybe there's one or two that come close, but this is the sweetest thing ever. I saw it in the theaters when it came out, like before it was like a big hit on home video and stuff. And I saw it with my mother, right? So you know, you can't go wrong. And I just adore the movie. Just every scene, every line, it's just adorable. Like there's no other thing. It just, yeah, it's adorable.
Understood, sir. Thanks. Yeah, if you just hold on for a second, let's get Brennen in. Hey.
Hello.
How's it going, sir? How you doing?
Pretty good under the circumstances.
Oh, so you ready for this match? You're kind of coming to Princess Bride. What are your thoughts on that, and why this movie?
It's like chicken soup for the soul, but a movie. It's sweet and fun and light, and it has everything. And there you go.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. I didn't see the thing in that background. I didn't introduce you as the current reigning FCL Star Wars champ, Brennen Mars. Excuse me. That was so rude of me. But so any
I was about to say that, Boggs. I'm glad you corrected yourself.
I saw it there. I was like, oh, damn, the FCL. I forgot about the FCL. So yeah. But yeah, so any question for Brennen?
So Brennen, are you wanting to go be Mystical Mar or Tasty Waffle? Or what nickname do you want to go by today? Something special for Princess Bride?
For today, Miracle Mar.
Miracle Mar. I like it. I like it. Good luck to you, my friend.
I'll try to remember that. Let me just write that down. Speak FCL and Sean Wimblade appears in the chat, surprisingly. So yeah, he's just like magic.
Speaking magic 3 times.
You're right. So let's get both competitors on, and I believe our producer Mike is going to read the rules for this match.
Oh yeah, doing the thing that Boggs hates, dancing on camera. All right, so
but the thing that I love.
The thing that so it's staying. All right, we got Rajko and Brennen. Gentlemen, we have got some special rules for you for this very special Princess Bride trivia match. There will be 50 questions in the realm of the movie The Princess Bride. The first 10 questions will be worth 1 point. The next 10 questions will be worth 2 points, and so on and so forth. The value of the questions will increase by 1 point per each consecutive 10 questions. So every 10 questions, You're going to add another point to the score or to the value. Each competitor will have 15 seconds to answer the questions unless specified otherwise. Each competitor will write their answers on a whiteboard and show their answer as they verbalize it when their name is called. Each competitor will have 3 uses of a reload, also known as a repeat, throughout the match. Challenges are not welcomed, but if one does come up, those on the desk will make a decision, possibly scrapping the question. The competitor with the most points by the end of the match wins. Gentlemen, do you have any questions?
No, but I just want to say a couple of things to Brennen. One, my heart goes out to you for all the stuff that's happening in your life. And 2,
Thank you.
hello, my name is Rajko Karminac. You have challenged me to a Princess Bride match. Prepare to lose.
And your winner. And I'm out.
And I think we're gonna bring in Sean because he's gonna be our timekeeper here.
Sure. Hey, oh no. What's with our producers?
Come
I
on.
just did it because it was funny.
Did I miss the
Dancing.
memo?
I'm dancing as much as I can.
Yeah, he's dancing. Look at him. We're all dancing. Come on. Come
No,
on.
not without music. No, this is ridiculous.
You're a Scrooge. That's what
Music's in your head.
Vogs, if you'll do the honor of reading the first question.
Yes. Okay, gentlemen. First round, 1 point each. These questions will be. First question. Who directed The Princess Bride? Easy enough, so.
Yeah, gotta start it
Warm
off
them in.
simple. Yeah.
Have you seen this movie, so?
Multiple times. Multiple
Oh,
times.
thank God. Thank God.
4, 3,
Wait,
2,
you haven't seen
One.
the movie?
time.
No, she did. She did.
No, you, Bob.
Oh, of course. No.
Oh.
That's why I was like, oh, thank God. But no, we'll go to Brennen first.
Rob Reiner.
Of course, correct. Rajko.
Carl Reiner's son, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Rob,
Correct.
yes.
Both correct. Both on the score sheet.
Now to question number 2. Who plays the grandson who the grandfather is telling the story about Wesley and Buttercup to? So I had a roommate in college who, when I bought this movie from the $5 bin at Walmart, she watched it every single day.
5,
So I
4,
watched it every single day.
3, 2,
Hence multiple times.
1.
Yeah.
Time.
All right, we're gonna start with Brennen.
Fred Savage.
Correct. Rajko.
Yeah, he's horrible. He's a savage. He's Fred Savage. Okay, sorry, that was bad. All right, I'll go back. I'll go back to being Canadian and nice.
Well, Rob Reiner did direct North, so
Ooh.
Okay, gentlemen,
hurts.
third question in round number 1. Who plays Wesley? Easy enough.
Easy enough.
No answers
Like
in the
I
chat,
said,
guys. No answers in the chat, please. We all know people love this movie, so
I don't think
5,
Brendan and I
don't get
need
too
him.
carried
Four.
away. Uh-huh.
3, 2,
In that case, guys,
1.
answers in. No, not really.
Time.
Brennan first, please.
Carrie Ellis.
Correct, sir. Rajko.
Carrie Elvez.
There we go.
Elvez. Elvez.
All right.
We'll
I don't
take
think
it. We'll take
anybody
it.
knows how to say his last name.
No, I don't think anybody. Yeah, every time I hear it, it's different.
To the next question, we have who plays Princess Buttercup? Again, keeping these easy. These are 1 points.
Yeah, I can't wait till the 5. Let's just go to the 5 pointers because I think we're gonna.
5, 4,
Because he's
3,
not gonna miss any.
2,
Hopefully, I won't.
We'll
either.
see.
1.
We'll see.
See.
All right, Brennan.
Robin Wright.
Correct. And Rajko.
That's right, Robin Wright pre-pen days, and so yes, Robin Wright.
It's just to warm you guys up. Okay. Next question. Who plays fencing master Inigo Montoya?
Mm.
Wonderful pronunciation, Boggs.
Phew. Put me on the desk. Get
Wait
me
a
on the
minute.
desk. Any digital matches?
Did I hear a
4,
D in there?
3,
You didn't say a D, did you? No.
Sorry, you
1.
broke it, Rajko. It doesn't matter.
Time.
But yeah, we'll go to Brennan.
George Shirow himself, Mandy Patinkin.
That is correct. Rajko?
Okay, I pronounce it Patinkin, but that's fine. Patinkin, Patatikin. Let's call the whole thing off.
Sounds right. So go ahead.
Your next question. Keeping it with the cast list. Who plays Vicini? Some great actors in this movie.
For sure. For sure. I was going to say something else
5,
there, but
4,
don't want to give
3.
anything away.
2.
Ooh, I misspelled it. It's okay.
Time.
Hey, yeah.
And Brennen.
Wallace Shawn.
Correct.
Yeah,
Rajko.
I don't think that's how you spell Wallace. Wallace Shawn. With an I, I don't think so. But you're
No,
gonna give it.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Half
That's
a point,
okay.
half a point. Next question.
He's also really good in My Dinner with Andre.
Two
Next
people
question, boys.
in the entire movie. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Gentlemen, we are live on YouTube. I do need to remind you. Who plays the giant Fezzik? Live on the Outlaw Nation. Reminder to everyone: like the video, subscribe, join us on Twitter, and all that good stuff. Leave a comment after the fact.
5, 4, 3,
Add Marisol on Twitter.
2,
That's another one.
1. Time.
Brennan.
Andre Rusimov, otherwise known as Andre the Giant.
He knew his
Correct,
full
sir.
name.
Impressive.
The betrayer of Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Andre the
How
Giant.
dare you
is
speak ill
correct.
of Andre the Giant?
He betrayed the greatest
next
American hero of
question.
all time.
I thought you were Canadian. Next
Oh,
question. Who plays Miracle Max? We do have Miracle Mar here, so gotta know now who plays Miracle Max.
Better than Miracle Whip.
Makes sense.
Ugh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
And we'll start with Brennen.
Mike Krasowski himself, Billy Crystal.
Correct. Okay, Rajko.
Billy Crystal.
Correct.
Lovely, lovely. Penultimate question in round number 1, people. What year was The Princess Bride released in theaters? Year of release.
Let me call my mother because she's the one that took me.
No phone.
I was only 2.
How old were you, Rajko?
Ooh,
Shut up.
5,
yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
It is my favorite film of that year, 1987.
Correct, sir. Rajko? Ooh.
It is
Yes.
87.
I'll accept. It's
I
just-
was 19 years
bit
old,
messy.
just to answer your.
Oh,
Wow.
I was 2.
Shut up,
Last question,
Brandon.
boys. Last
Last
question,
question in round one.
number 1.
Who wrote the screenplay for The Princess Bride, who coincidentally also wrote the book it's based on?
Mm.
Have you read this book, Boggs?
Ooh, no.
I have.
I didn't even know there was a book.
I did.
I thought it was
5,
just
Yeah, it's based on a
Four.
book.
random
Yeah.
movie.
3,
He wrote it
2,
for his kids.
1.
We'll find out who.
And we'll go to Brennen.
William Goldman.
Correct. And Rajko.
That's right. The writer of Dreamcatcher himself, William Goldman. The movie, not the
Correct.
book.
Didn't he win the Oscar for Butch Cassidy?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And at
Okay,
the
boys.
end of round 1, sticking to Princess Bride, it is 10-10.
Woohoo!
So take it away, Boggs. Round
Straight
2.
into round number 2, boys. No rest for the wicked. Point value will be 2 points per question. First question. Anytime Buttercup asks Wesley to do anything, what is his response?
I
I
love
mean,
Brandon's
I would-
responses.
I would like any man to have this response anytime I asked him to do something.
Good luck with that.
4,
Yeah, I do that.
2, 1. Time.
Brennan first, please.
As you wish.
Correct, sir.
As you
Rajko?
wish. As you wish.
Absolutely correct. So,
For your second question in round 2, what word does Vicini say over and over again throughout the film? Can we
This
just
is
have
what I
Brennan
think of.
chuckle?
yeah, this is what I think of when I hear the name Princess Bride. I think of this for some reason.
5,
I don't think that
It's
word
most
means what
iconic
he
thing.
thinks.
2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
Inconceivable.
Correct. And Rajko.
I'm not gonna try to do the Wallace
Oh, I
Shawn
thought you
voice.
were.
Inconceivable. No, inconceivable. There we go. I
Inconceivable.
did it.
Good enough. Third question, boys. Wesley, Buttercup, Fezzik, and Inigo escape on 4 horses at the end of the movie. What color are the horses?
It
Getting tougher.
goes every time. I love it.
Getting tougher, son. Getting tougher.
I think he loves this movie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan, please.
And there they were, 4 white horses.
Correct. They were white. Rajko.
Okay, so I assume this is not. Yeah, it's white. It's white.
White
yeah.
is the answer.
Yeah, it's white.
Absolutely correct.
All right, boys, you guys will have 30 seconds for this question.
Already in
Oh.
round 2? Oh my goodness.
What exactly is the quote Inigo Montoya says to the six-fingered man?
Wow. This is
We
a
really
2-pointer?
need 30 seconds for this?
Wow.
I do because I'm writing it down.
That's why we're giving 30 seconds, because it's a
Fair
lot
play,
to
fair
write.
play.
Well, I don't think. Oh my god, this is a lot to write
15
down.
seconds.
Oh no, I need more.
Just seeing Rajko furious.
5,
Right?
4,
Jesus Christ,
3, 2,
I got it.
1.
Oh my god,
Five.
it's hard to write down in 30 seconds.
Brennan.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That
There
is
it is.
correct.
Oh, this is so hard to write in 30 seconds.
Please verbalize it. No,
Hello,
Rajko?
my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Now prepare to die. Prepare to die!
You added an extra word in there.
Did I?
Yes. So next. Oh,
No,
It's
I
okay.
didn't.
It's okay.
Next question, boys. What ethnicity is Vizzini?
I love Brennan's laugh.
Right.
I assume you're looking
5,
for the specific, right?
4,
Yes.
3,
Yeah, okay.
2, 1.
Oh my god, I misspelled
Five.
this so bad.
Brennan.
Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Yeah,
That
don't
is
even
correct, sir.
don't even look at the spelling, Sicilian.
Good enough. Good enough. I can see it. I can see it. Good enough.
Yeah,
And
because I was
now-
writing Italian, but then I figured you wanted
Going
the-
to the ethnicity of someone else. What is the
Mm.
ethnicity of Inigo Montoya?
Mm.
Interesting. Getting harder.
Excellent.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
And we'll go with Brennan.
I could give you my word as a Spaniard.
Correct.
No, I've known too many
Rajko.
Spaniards. I've known too many of those.
Okay.
I even wrote
next question.
Spaniard and not Spanish.
Fezzik is from where?
Can you just
Mm.
pronounce where again?
Where?
Yeah, this technically isn't true if you read the book, but we'll go with this answer. right?
Well, this is based on the movie, so
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
Well, Vizzini found him in Greenland.
That's the
That is
answer that's
correct.
on the doc.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah,
correct.
it's Greenland, but he's really
He's
Turkish.
Turkish in the book. yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair play.
again,
Both correct.
we're basing off the movie.
Just making
That's
sure
why
you
we
weren't
wrote
tricking me here.
Greenland.
In the next question, when Inigo and Wesley are dueling each other in fencing, what hand do they begin the duel with?
I love it every time.
What hand would you duel with, Boggs?
Oh, I don't know. I'm right-handed, so I
5,
guess
4,
my left hand.
3.
So,
2, 1. Time.
We'll go with Brennan.
They start with their left.
That is correct. And
Middle.
Rajko.
I mean left.
Middle.
Because I know something you don't know.
awful,
Yeah, I'm
awful,
sure that's
right.
going to be a question later. We probably should.
Penultimate question, boys. Penultimate question of round number 2. What is the name? Some background noise.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah, please. I didn't hear.
Start again. No worries. What is the name of the creatures that live in the fire swamp?
Oh, the fire swamp.
Yeah.
Do you want the full name or is the short?
I believe the full name is needed.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat. And,
Okay.
Just because I don't have time to write it down.
All right, first reload for Rajko.
What is the name of the creatures that live in the fire swamp?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, good.
I think I have a bit of a disadvantage in some of these long ones, but that's okay.
That's what repeats for.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 time.
Brennan, what do you have?
Rodents of unusual size.
That is absolutely correct. Rajko,
Yeah, RUSs or rodents of unusual size.
that is also correct. Last question in round number 2.
And you guys will have 20 seconds for this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
While on the dread pirate Robert's ship, when telling Wesley goodnight, what would Roberts say to Wesley every night?
What would you say to me every night, sir?
Do you want the full quote?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the full quote is long.
Not the extent.
You want the gist of it.
The-
5,
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to need more time. Yeah.
Okay, reload.
I think
Okay,
we should give him
20
that
seconds.
one for free. I'd give him that reload for free, personally.
Okay. While on the dread pirate Robert's ship, when telling Wesley goodnight, what would Robert say every night?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 time.
And we'll go with Brennan.
I'll likely kill you in the morning.
Correct. And Rajko?
Oh, I did the whole thing. Good night, sleep well, good work. Almost like a kill you in the morning. So I did the whole thing.
Yeah. I wanted that. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Oh, if I knew that, then okay. Sorry, I'm just writing out the whole quote.
Well, it's because we
Anyway.
know the quotes because we love this movie.
Yeah.
Now we're going to
Both correct,
round
guys.
3. And you
Number-
guys have
Round
30 to 30.
Ooh!
again.
It's a game
All
of
correct so
chicken.
far. Let's see
Can't
how we
wait
go.
to see what messes one of us up.
And now we're going to round 3.
Mhm.
Yes. 3 points per question. What sports team shirt is Fred Savage's character wearing throughout the film?
Mhm.
Favorite sports team, Boggs?
Say again, sir.
Favorite sports team?
In the world, in any sport.
In the world, in any sport.
4,
Chelsea.
Three.
Chelsea United.
2,
Uh,
1
we'll never know.
time.
We'll go to Brennan first.
The Chicago Bears.
Correct, sir. Rajko.
I just wrote the Bears
The
Apples.
We will
Bears.
accept that. We
The
will accept that.
Bears.
because it says the Bears. I know it's Chicago, but it says the Bears on the thing. The
All right,
Bears.
now going to the next question.
Mm.
How many years later, after Wesley left, was Buttercup announced as Prince Humperdinck's bride-to-be? A little bit harder, but finish that. I need that answer, Boggs. Favorite team in the whole world?
Team in the whole wide world.
It's United, right?
Is
5,
it Barcelona?
4,
It's the
Three.
Miami
High school
Heat,
team, the
obviously.
Glendale Bears.
Obviously,
All right.
Miami Heat. Obviously.
time.
All right, and we'll go to Brennan.
5 years.
Correct, and Rajko.
5 years.
Correct.
Next question in round number 3. 20 seconds for this one, boys. 20 seconds.
These.
Name the 3 philosophers Vizzini calls morons when speaking with Wesley. I'm still looking at the document and all I can hear is Brennan laughing.
I just need a recording of Brennan's
seconds.
laugh.
That actor who played that guy, Clarence, I saw
5,
him in another movie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait, repeat the question. Repeat the question.
No problem.
Oh.
Again,
First
20
repeat
seconds
for
for this
Brennan.
one. Name the 3 philosophers Vizzini
Okay.
calls morons when speaking with Wesley. One repeat each.
Sorry, I
The
had a
one was
brain
3,
fart.
right?
I had a brain fart there.
No problem.
Yeah, I have those all the time. Thank you for giving me the free one because I didn't realize you just wanted
5,
the last pay.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1 time.
Brennan, what do you have?
Plato, Aristotle, Socrates.
1, 2, 3, all correct. Rajko.
The way I pronounce it, Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates.
Mm.
We all know it.
Dude, it's
Socrates. Come on, Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Yes.
It's Socrates, dude.
Socrates, dude. Yeah, that's right.
And for the next question, what is the name of the odorless, tasteless powder that Wesley poisons the wine with in the Battle of Wits with Vizzini?
The thing you do not smell is.
So if you were to get into a battle of wits with someone, like who would you want to battle?
You,
5,
obviously.
Me?
4,
Yes.
3,
You.
Oh, Sean. I'd
One, not
crush
me.
Sean.
not you.
Absolutely
No, you
crush.
wouldn't.
And Brennan.
Iocane powder.
That is correct. And Rajko.
Iocane.
Correct.
Next question in round number 3. According to Inigo, Fezzik has a great gift for what?
You wish,
Mhm.
Fox. You wish.
Anytime, Sean.
Okay, I'm giggling
Name
because
the movie.
I'm doing the rhymes in my. Oop.
5, 4, 3,
That's what happens when you talk too much.
1. Time.
Brennan.
Brennan, please.
Oh, for heaven's sake. It's poetry. Rhyme.
Correct, sir. Rajko, we've already given. Yeah, you already gave your answer. Yes, thank you. But next question.
He
please.
knew it. There's
Go.
no way he didn't know it, so that's okay.
Next question. You boys have 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hate these.
What does Vicini say is the most famous classic blunder? What would you say is the most famous classic blunder, Bugs?
Oh, blunder.
A blunder.
15 seconds.
Ooh, there's a few football ones. Soccer ones.
I think it's
Maybe
pronounced football.
Ah,
2,
yeah. I'll have a think.
1.
Tough one.
Time.
Oh, okay, we'll start with Brennan.
Never get involved in a land war in Asia.
That is
Never-
correct.
Never get involved in a land war in Asia.
Don't
Correct.
slavery.
Okay, past the halfway point, people.
Oh,
Again,
boy.
30 seconds for this question.
Wow. Who are
What?
these?
What is the less well-known character? Sorry, let me start again. What is the less well-known classic blunder Vizzini tells? Vizzini tell. It says tell Wesley he has committed. Again, I'll read that again. What is the well-known less classic blunder Vizzini tells Wesley he has committed?
Reading is hard.
Wow,
But
I
what
almost
are
finished
those?
it.
What are those football blunders?
Oh, I thought when Steven Gerrard slipped for Liverpool against Chelsea when they were going to win
15
the
seconds.
title, that was horrible. Slipped at the halfway line and then
I thought it was
Demba
the
Ba
hand of
went up to
God
score.
move.
That was a good one. I also thought of
5,
DiCaprio slicing his hand,
3,
filming Django.
2,
That was
Yeah.
a blunder, I guess.
1. Time.
All right, we'll go with Brennan.
Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Correct. And Rajko?
That's right. Never go
Correct.
against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Which may have
Correct.
accidentally
Correct.
given away earlier.
It's okay.
And
We're
the
even now.
the next question. At what level does Humperdinck put the machine that sucks the life out of Wesley?
Sorry, Humperdinck. Okay.
Anthony.
5,
Too far left.
4,
Who's going to slip first?
2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
50.
Correct. And Rajko.
50. They're actual years, but 50.
Not to 50.
To 50.
Penultimate question in round number 3.
Ooh, I'm getting stressed now.
How does Vizzini introduce himself, Fezzik, and Inigo to Princess Buttercup originally?
If you had to introduce yourself to people who didn't know you, how would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Bugs. How are you?
Very simple. Very simple.
4,
Hi, I'm Bugs. Welcome to the Ultimate Shrine After Show. I do every week. Right, we'll go with Brennan first.
Circus performers.
We'll take it.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, give it to him.
Rajko.
Give it to him. Yeah, poor law. We are but poor law circus performers.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Both correct.
For a circus
Last question in round number 3. So,
How many people actually guarded the castle gate during Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup's marriage?
The actual.
number.
The actual.
Okay.
number,
All right.
yeah.
See, I love it. He giggles every single time. This is so awesome.
he remembers the scene, right?
5,
I'm guessing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
And we'll go with Brennen.
60.
Correct. And Rajko.
6-0.
Correct. And
Okay.
now the total is 60 to 60, boys. 60 to 60.
Nobody's missed.
Woo!
Nobody's missed.
I
Fourth
honestly
round.
am. I can't wait for the question that'll mess one of us up because it's going to be hard.
If you shut up, I'll get to it. Fourth round. Fourth round, just joking. Right. Fourth round. 4 points per question.
Yeah, shut up.
First question in the fourth round. What is the name of the country Buttercup was raised in and Prince Humperdinck is the prince of?
You guys have princes in your country. What's that like?
It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Yeah, I guess so.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan, what have you got?
Florin.
Correct, sir. Rajko.
Yeah, it's the Kingdom of Florin.
Correct.
For your next question in round 4.
Mm.
What is the name of the country that Florin is sworn enemies with?
Mm.
I just figured.
What
The
was the
answer is
question that
obviously
you're-
Canada.
Yeah, we hate those Florins.
4,
Did I say
Sorry,
fuck
Rajko.
the Florins?
Go for it. You already did.
Yeah, ready to. Fuck the Florins.
Brennan.
Gilder.
Correct. And Rajko.
Gilder.
Which is funny. I just realized those are both currencies.
Next question, gentlemen.
Florins and
Oh.
guilders.
Yeah.
What country is it iocane?
Iocane, yeah.
Iocane come from? What country does iocane come from?
So, what was the question you were going to ask me before I interrupted you?
I was going to say, what is the name of the country that, or what was your sworn enemy or
5,
something? Yeah.
4, 3.
Which was the country that you consider a
1.
sworn enemy of? I
Time.
don't know, something like that. We'll never know. Brennan, go ahead.
Australia.
Correct, sir. Rajko.
Australia, and he's stopping himself from saying the line because I think it'll be a question
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. So go ahead.
Next question. What is the real name of the Dread Pirate Roberts before Wesley?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, like this is what most people don't know. The one before Wesley, right?
Mm-hmm.
5,
Okay,
4, 3,
because yeah,
2,
he's thinking the same thing.
1. Time.
We'll go with Brennan.
Ryan.
Correct. And Rajko.
Ryan, I don't know if it's Gosling or the other one, but yeah, it's Ryan.
Next question. What is the real name of the Dread Pirate Roberts before Ryan?
Did you think you were reading the same question, Boggs?
For about 3 words. Yes.
5,
Sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
Okay.
2,
Repeat.
1. Is that a relay, Rajko?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reload.
Yes. What is the real name of the Dread Pirate Roberts before Ryan?
This might be the question that.
We'll see. And plenty more tough questions. About 15 questions
5,
left. So
4,
I got
we'll
it.
see.
3, 2, 1.
There's a
See.
caveat to this one.
Time.
Brennan, go ahead, sir.
Cummerbund.
Correct, sir.
Right.
Rajko.
In all the literature, it says cummerbund, but I swear I hear cummerbund all the time. But it's either cummerbund or cummerbund.
I
But
don't think it's cummerbund, but whatever.
it's cummerbund. Okay, but anyway, I
Cummerbund
wrote
is
both
on the
because
And we will now go on to the next because you got it correct.
It's like
Next
they're
question.
trying to rush us.
What is the name of Inigo's father?
Five,
Down to it.
4, 3,
you don't need the last name, right?
2, 1. Time.
Okay,
I wrote
we'll
it
go
down
with
anyway.
Brennen.
Domingo.
Correct. And Rajko.
Domingo Montoya. Yeah,
Well,
Domingo.
If you listen to the
Understood.
question, I asked for the first name, but yes, Domingo.
Man, they're being nasty today.
Yeah, they
How-
are. They are, and we're just having fun.
Gentlemen, how many years has it been since the 6-finger man killed Domingo Montoya.
Mm-hmm.
Getting tougher.
Are we in the
Yeah,
fives
okay.
yet?
5,
Nope, 4.
A
4,
few more. A few more.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Rajko. Sorry, Brennen first. Sorry, excuse me.
20.
Correct, Rajko.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
Absolutely. So,
Now your next question. How many days before the wedding does Buttercup tell Humperdinck that she is in love with Wesley, and if he makes her marry him, she'll kill herself?
Mm.
mm,
I'm sure if you're
Is
getting
this-
married to someone and you hear that, you'd probably
5,
not be too happy.
4,
Repeat
2. You said
the
repeat.
question.
reload.
All right. How many days before the wedding does Buttercup tell Humperdinck that she is in love with Wesley, and if he makes her marry him, she will kill herself?
Oh my word.
Each competitor
Same.
has
Hell of
used
a
2
threat.
reloads, so they got 1 left.
Saving it for the 5th.
Mm.
Final round.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan?
10 days.
Oh, nice pull! 10
Rajko.
days.
Oh my
I thought.
word,
Oh,
that
I thought
a
I was going to go
last-second
ahead.
pull.
I thought it was
That
going to
was
go
a
ahead.
Penultimate.
last-second pull.
Good pull. Penultimate question in round number 4. 20 seconds for this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get ready. By what 4 words does Vizzini describe Fezzik when he first found him in Greenland?
Wait a
How would you
minute.
describe yourself, Bugs?
Wait a minute.
In 4 words. I'll get back to you.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? Wait.
5,
What does
4,
that mean?
We can't.
3,
Wait
use the
doesn't
last
mean
one?
anything. Reload, repeat means something.
1.
Reload.
Last
We'll
one.
give him that. We'll give him that. We'll give him that. That was just in time. So 20 seconds. By what 4 words does Vizzini describe Fezzik when he first found him in Greenland? Stumper. Maybe something.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
Penultimate question in round number 4.
5,
Getting tough. Getting tough.
3,
I
2,
missed it.
1. Time.
Brennen, what have you got?
Friendless, brainless, helpless, hopeless.
You are absolutely correct, sir. Rajko.
I missed friendless.
Oh, he's only got 3. First blood.
Canadians
The
cut.
Canadian is cut.
Yes.
The Canadian is
Blood.
cut.
Damn it.
No, he's bleeding maple syrup.
Ah.
For the final question in round 4.
Canadians don't bleed.
Finish the quote by Miracle Max. True love is the greatest thing in the world, except for a nice blank.
Do you want the whole thing or just?
Except for a nice blank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
An MLT, a mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
That is correct. And Rico.
MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
Correct.
I would
I
flex,
believe I
but I
missed
don't. I
And
don't
at
want
the,
to do
missed
it.
Friday.
at the end of round 4, it is 100-96. You're not out of the
Jesus
game yet.
Christ.
Now we're going to the 5-pointers.
Damn it. I missed
We-
friendless.
Shall see. Plenty of points left on the table. We'll see who misses and who gets them. First question in round number 5. All 10 questions will be 5 points each. First question. What sport is the video game Fred Savage's character is playing at the beginning of the film?
I think going back to the mutton, I think you described mutton to me
5,
like
4,
months ago because I didn't even know what mutton was.
I don't know. Did I? Well, amazing. Brennan, what sport was
Baseball.
it? Correct, sir.
Baseball.
Rajko.
Baseball. The actual name of it is hardball.
We'll accept the first
Oh.
answer. Correct.
And now for your next question. Who does the grandfather say is the author of The Princess Bride in the film?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Brennan can keep hold of the lead.
He knows this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennen.
S. Morgenstern.
That is correct. And Rajko.
S. Morgenstern.
Correct.
Okay, next question in round number 5.
Hmm.
How old was Inigo when the six-fingered man killed his father?
I just like Mike in the the chat. Good
4,
God.
3, 2, 1. Time.
We'll go with Brennan.
11.
Correct, sir. Rajko.
11.
Yes.
This one goes to 11.
Correct.
Quick
For the next
question. Is this the first time people have gone over 100, let alone both?
Yes, it is. But next question.
Okay.
The real Roberts has been retired 15 years and living like a king where?
I know he knows this one.
If you were to retire and live like a queen, where would you live, sir?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Probably like on a Greek island.
Time.
Oh, wait.
Santorini.
Oh, I got it.
Brennen.
Patagonia.
That is correct. And Rajko.
Patagonia.
Correct.
Come on, miss, damn it!
Next question in round number 5. Fred Savage's character has a poster of what Chicago Bears football player?
Oh, there's
This
two,
is
actually,
American football.
but There's actually 2.
I gathered.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan, who is the football player?
Refrigerator Perry.
That's correct, sir. Rajko.
Well, there's 2, but the one I wrote down is William Perry, the fridge.
Sure, that is correct.
Your next question. There is a bag of what snack behind Fred Savage's character's bed? If you had to have a snack in your room, like what is your go-to snack?
Ooh, go-to snack.
5,
I'm trying to look around. Probably a British one that you guys won't know.
1.
Maybe.
Time.
Brennan.
Cheetos.
Correct. Rajko.
Cheetos. Can't believe I missed that one.
Next question. Ladies and gentlemen. How many apples were laid out when Wesley and Vizzini have a battle of wits? Wow. Tough.
Yeah.
Please miss, please miss.
Oh,
Please
Rajko
miss.
seems to know it.
Please miss, please miss.
4, 3, 2,
No offense.
1. Time.
Okay, Brennan, how many
2.
apples?
2.
That is incorrect. Rajko.
3. It's 3 apples.
3 is the correct answer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't vote.
Well, okay. I had to miss sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
First
exactly.
miss
Still-
for Brennan in round 5. Impressive.
So that means I'm up
Next.
by 1 point.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, this is so scary.
Next question. When the six-fingered man had Domingo Montoya make a sword for him, he demanded to buy the sword at blank of its promised price. Fill in the blank.
That was a tough one. How many apples? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you what else is on the table too. So.
5,
Oh, can
So
you
could
really?
I. So could I.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Brennan.
1/10.
That is correct. And Rajko.
1/10.
Well,
1/10.
ladies and gentlemen, watching all around the world, this is the penultimate question in the
Jesus
Princess Bride trivia
Christ.
match. When Fred Savage's character complains about the kiss a second time, he is eating and drinking what?
Oh.
Toughie.
Yep.
5, 4,
Oh my God.
3, 2,
Very tough.
1.
Congratulations, Brennen.
Rajko.
I
Oh, sorry,
don't know. Sorry.
Sorry, Brennan.
He's eating a sandwich and drinking orange juice.
That is 100% correct, sir. Rajko.
Oh, I cannot. Wow. This is what a fucking match.
Now here it is, the final question.
Wow.
And you boys will have 30 seconds to answer
Uh-oh.
this.
Uh-oh.
Name the 4 fencing styles that were mentioned in the duel between Wesley and Inigo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever fenced before? Though?
Never.
No, neither have I.
I don't even think we've done it in like PE.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I'd like to.
15 seconds.
Played more volleyball in PE.
For sure. Me too, I think.
I'm sure you guys were playing more football
Sure.
in PE.
Damn it, I
One.
No
lost.
repeats. All comes
Time.
down to this.
All right, Brennan.
Bonetti, Cathethero, Tibble, Agritha.
Ah,
That is
son of
correct.
a, son of a, damn it.
I'm guessing Rajko does not have it.
No, I have it.
No, you have
You
But he
did.
wins. But he
Yep.
wins.
And your winner.
Ah! Because I
the
didn't know
score.
what he. Ah,
145 to 141.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Brennan. And we're going to have Boggs interview both the winner and his competitor.
Oh,
Wow. Well,
Okay.
well
Well
done, Rick.
played,
Well done.
gentlemen. That was
oh,
tough 50-question match. You both did great. We'll start with Brennen first, of course. How does it feel to win, to beat your arch rival in Rajko, of course, and to win in this match, which you said at the start means
Well,
a
it
lot.
feels great. I
Just
am
me,
the Princess Bride Trivia Champion in Video Drews Network,
Okay.
and now on the Outlaw Nation, and I wanted to maintain my victory. Let me be honest here. Rajko is about the best competitor anybody can ask for. We have so much fun, and I know that he knows nearly as much as I do. In fact, I would say he knows more than I do. And the opportunity to face him and go this far with, I think, the both of us only missing, what, one?
two. Well, you missed one. I missed two.
One. You missed
Yeah.
one, but the fact that we went, like, down to the wire is... Because if I had missed that last question and he had gotten it, then he would have beat me. So it was down to the wire.
Yes, I believe.
Man, I feel good that I was able to go the distance, that I tipped my hat to the great Rajko Kernley Nuts.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, just to confirm, Rajko missed 2, you missed 1, hence why you won. But yeah, excellent showing from yourself. And yeah, congratulations on winning 2 Princess Bride exhibition matches in 2 leagues. Well, Rajko, we'll go to you. Really close. That's what it comes down to. You missed 2, you missed 1. But
Honestly,
overall,
I
how you
am
feeling?
so frustrated right now because the friendless one I knew that it just didn't come. And if I would have got that one, it would have been a friggin' tie game.
Right.
It would have been 145 to 145, and that would have been insane because it was a 4-pointer.
I mean,
right?
yeah, but at the same time, no, because we'd literally be here all night. So I'm kind of glad.
Wait, you
finished
had
that
more
way, so-
questions? You had more questions?
I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Oh
Maybe
my
1 or 2.
God,
Maybe 1 or 2, but I mean, you guys would have just kept going. You know that clearly both know the movie, super well. Anyone doing any podcasts need to hit these guys up about that. You should guys do maybe one together, like a review where you're both discussing it, going in depth with it, saying how
I'd
much
love
you
to,
love and
yeah.
talk about it, right? But yeah, that'll be it, guys. Thanks for playing, and I'm sure you guys will be playing on the Outlaw Nation live. For another exhibition match or another title match.
Oh,
But
my word.
yeah, thank you guys so much for playing.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Doc.
Congratulations, boys.
Rajko, you did so good.
Absolutely.
Bravo,
let's get
bravo.
Go on,
Inconceivable.
go ahead. Absolutely. Let's get Soul on. So, long
What
show.
a match.
Long show, great match. But yeah, thoughts on that match before we sign out?
What a great match. The first time in one of these 50-question matches that someone has gone over 100 points. Not only going over 100 points, but being in the 140s. Wow.
Well, I know. Super good players, not just in obviously this match. You can check them in any divisions that they play in. I believe they both play singles, IG, team. So, you know, super talented guys. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that they're going nearly perfect. One missing two, one missing one. You know, both great players. But anyway, guys, that has been the show. Thanks you so much for watching. Thanks for all the patrons. Thanks for liking the video, commenting, super chats, Streamlabs. Thank you guys all so much. Marisol was fantastic. Special thanks to you, Champ. You've been great. But so anything you'd like to plug, sign off with, say it to the people.
Just join the Patreon, patreon.com/JohnRajko. We have a bunch of these wonderful matches that we play behind the scenes, and you guys got to see it now here in front of you. So I hope that you guys come join us, because more people, more fun.
Absolutely, guys. Been a pleasure. Next week we'll catch you live, as we do, reviewing the Schmoedown whenever whenever there's a Titans show or a weekly show pay-per-view. We are here. Hopefully guests on, super fun. Thank you guys for turning up, showing love, showing support, and yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.